you always have to go through something to bring yourself closer to God, you know?
Yeah.
Mom had her second child with my stepdad. So they always tell me that your sister is actually first born babako. So babako aksu babako.
Because you do have to be different.
Yes.
Otherwise, we're all going to be copies.
I do not like donkeys because that was my first encounters with donkeys, Elimbopo.
Who is the hardest person to forgive in your life and why?
My purpose is to heal. Yeah, I don't want to be like too much of a Bible hand. Like,
No, but you are. You're a Bible Hun. We
I
love
really
Bible
am.
Huns. Hi guys, welcome back to Inside Story with me, Koketsona Lady Motaung. Today we have an exciting guest. Okay, I promise you're gonna love her. If you're new to this channel, please like, comment, and share. Don't forget to subscribe. We've got Simz Right, baby. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my God, you're so calm. Are you okay?
No, I'm genuinely okay. This is me. Like,
Really?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
There's nothing that happened on your way here that threw
Absolutely
you off.
nothing. And I feel like today I'm just zen.
Oh, I love
Yes,
that.
Yes.
What's on your mind right now? What are you thinking about?
Right now, what are you going to ask me? Will I answer it at depth?
Oh man, don't worry. Why do you need depth?
No, I'm just
I
saying.
just need you today because I want to learn from you.
Oh, is
Not
it?
depth. No.
Like, I never know what's going to come out of my mouth, you see. I'm just like Sims focus.
Focus.
Yeah.
Come back.
Yeah.
How's your relationship with God like?
I have a very, very, very tight relationship with God. And it really sucks that you always have to go through something to bring yourself closer to God, you know?
Yeah.
I just wish it's always been like this forever. Yeah.
And what did you have to go through for you to have this relationship that you now have with God?
I think when you lose a lot of things and then you just stripped naked,
Yeah.
something about that, being alone, being
Yeah.
naked,
Yeah.
like you just go back like, bruh, where did I go wrong? Where did I lose it? I need you. Yes.
Why do you feel that you did something wrong? What if something just happened and it was supposed to happen? It was supposed to be part of your divine plan, his divine plan, part of your journey.
Right?
Yeah.
But you also never know when you're in that moment, Buti, you feel like you did something wrong because obviously when things are going great, you're having the time of your life.
Yeah.
You barely like, thank you, God. Oh, thank you. So sometimes I just feel like he's like, I'm going to strip you of all of this so that you can come back to
Yeah.
me. Sometimes it's that way.
No, I get it.
Yes.
Do you feel like you're living according to your purpose?
Right now I am.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is your purpose?
My purpose is to heal. There's something, and I'm just gonna own this about me.
Yeah.
There's a healing aura about me
Yeah.
that I've come to accept.
Yeah.
Like even at my most broken mina, I'm just healing someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Explain it to me though, when you say healing, because healing is quite complex,
Yes.
right? When you're healing somebody,
Yes.
in your case,
Yes.
what are you actually doing? Is it talking to somebody? Is it making somebody laugh? How are you
Yes.
doing that?
Talking to someone. I'm
Yeah.
a great listener.
Yeah.
I say the funniest things. I always have solutions. I don't know how.
Yeah.
And I'll just meet strangers and people just feel the need to just like talk to me.
Yeah.
You know, and I also have a YouTube channel. So people come to my channel and they'll write me paragraphs like, oh, Sims, I was going through something. And then I watched a video, I laughed and I forgot my problems.
Oh,
So I've just
man.
come to accept that there's something healing about me.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then obviously healing comes from the Lord.
Yes.
Is that what you believe?
I believe that.
Because you and God are best friends. Like you said.
My mailing scheme. Yeah.
So when you started maybe in entertainment, right? Because that's what your YouTube channel is about. Did you have a lot of controversy around that? That, oh my God, you're doing entertainment or gossip or whatever. And then where does that put you with God? Did you have those that controversy? Did you have that difficulty?
Okay, so when I started in entertainment,
Yeah.
there was only one other person doing it in the style that we were doing it. Like we were doing it in front of the camera
Yeah.
and delivering the news on camera, right? Everyone else was just like a voiceover, putting the picture of the person they were talking
Yeah.
about. But Owami and I were doing it in front of the camera, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people on YouTube at the time were doing like makeup and like lifestyle and vlogs. So instead of controversy, okay, you're speaking about celebrities, you're talking about other people's mgosi. The controversy was actually like, when you don't
Why
look like
can't
the
we see
girls
you?
got
Yeah.
makeup. No, they were like, why? Like, no ghetto, Joe. Like, why am I fucking makeup? Like, they used to think ghetto, papa.
Yeah.
Like, so it wasn't like an aesthetic on YouTube, being yourself on camera. I didn't know that was something I was going to face. Other people were like, why are you talking about this person? It was actually like, why plain girl? You know, your peers
With
have
the
makeup
makeup.
on, yes. And it was
What
wild
are you
to
trying
me.
to say about this interview right now about me, Simz?
No, I'm saying when I
I'm
started.
joking. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was the thing. And I was
Yeah.
just like, why is this a thing? Guti, I come as myself. You
And
know?
look at you now.
I didn't come as you are.
Yeah.
And
Which is
then-
beautiful.
Yeah.
Because you're
So-
leading from your authenticity.
Sana, but it was really tricky. It was tough at the time.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't like it?
I didn't mind because I thought like, because me, like everyone looks like me, like plain. I didn't know Guti kune aesthetic. I didn't even know the word aesthetic at the time. Oh no, to be on camera, you need to fit this narrative. You need to be this aesthetic. I was just like,
But
listen.
did it bother you? Were you bothered?
You get 1, 2, 3 comments, it doesn't bother you. You get 100 comments,
Yeah.
like at some point it does bother you.
Yeah.
It does. To the point where I was like, I'm switching everything off. Ngiyacima.
Really?
Yeah. Or like, should I change? Should I start putting on makeup? It like make me question a lot about myself. Yes.
And how did you deal with that?
You know what happens? Then you switch off the camera and you don't come on camera anymore. And then you start getting DMs like, come back. Mang just did this, come back. We really, really miss you. You're the only one that said the story like this. So I'm like, oh, actually there was a gap for me. Now you guys see,
Yeah,
you need me.
you need
yes.
me.
And I'm like, Sims, don't mind them. Come back, come
Yeah.
back, come back. Yes.
Yeah, because you do have to be different.
Yes.
Otherwise, we're all going to be copies.
Right?
You know?
So yeah.
Let's speak a bit about your childhood. What's your earliest childhood memory?
My earliest childhood memory is growing up Gakokwami, Efosloras. So my mom had me in matric. So I was your typical first grandchild, everyone just hovering over you.
Yeah.
My aunts, my uncle, everyone played a part in my life. My uncle would
Nice.
take me to creche.
Yeah.
My aunts thought I was a living doll, so they'll just like wonka my experiment, you know.
Aw, yeah.
My mom was my sister for the longest time. I called my
Yeah.
grandmother Mama because
Yeah, she brought
my
you
mom
up.
was a teen practically, so she was raising me while also being raised. So yeah, and it was just warm and fuzzy and that sense of family, man. It was warm, Ekaya. It was super warm.
That's really
Yeah.
beautiful. Is there a moment that you remember where you started feeling maybe insecurity? When you started feeling like I don't belong somewhere? Like that's something, that moment that happened in your life when you're that little that made you realize the world can be pretty cruel.
Yeah.
Like everybody doesn't see things the way I see
I
them.
see them. Yo, it happened to me and very early. Yo, it
Yeah.
was very, like, it was a sad experience for me. So, I've always been open about this. I was raised by my stepfather from the age of 2,
Yeah.
right? My stepdad, like, uyangithanda kakhulu. And it was a family gathering on their side of the family. I didn't realize that I'm a stepchild until people on his side of the family made me realize,
Started-
Hore, so I'd think, ni first born, nyaga this guy. And they're like, because my sister is the one, like, mntanaga babam.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm the firstborn ekaya, but my mom had her second child with my stepdad. So they always tell me that your sister is actually firstborn yaga babako. So babako aksu babako. So I was like, people are mean, hate her child.
And they can be so mean.
Yeah, so we like daddy. They like, "Hey, don't daddy too much. Actually, he's not your dad.
Oh my
Yes.
God. How did that make you feel at that time? Because you're little.
Yeah, I'm little.
You don't understand much.
Yeah.
How did it make you feel at the time? And as you're growing up, did it really, I don't know, the residue of what it did to you? Do you see them creep in?
Yes, because now I feel like I started having abandonment issues very early in my life. Like, oh, okay, this guy stepped in. Where's the one that's supposed to be actually here? You know, my biological dad. And it was worse because my biological dad was just 2 streets away from me, but he couldn't be bothered, you know?
Are you
I'd be
serious?
always wanting, searching, seeking. And he'd be like, "Nah, it's all right, go play." So that was like I have had issues with abandonment for the longest time.
And then, okay, now you are in matric.
Mm-hmm.
What was happening there, and how did those abandonment issues come into play around that time of your life? You're a teen now, you're in matric, or even varsity. What's happening now?
Matric was a life-altering year for me, my matric year.
Yeah.
Because the year before, like towards November, my first ever boyfriend, I was still a virgin. So the first time anything ever happened between me, I got pregnant, same time, same place, same hour.
Yeah.
So I was a mom also in matric. Yes. So any guy that showed me just the piece of love, you see, I clung and stuck to him.
Yeah.
Yes, he became my everything. Whatever he wanted from me, I was like, you're showing me love as a male figure. I need this. I want this.
Yeah.
I want to keep this forever. So then I became a mom in matric.
Yeah.
Yes.
And your story is really interesting because we don't see as people in people's lives how much we affect other people, you know, by virtue of that person saying, he is not your father, right? And when you later now in matric, you're expected to make these decisions, firstly, that you don't know how to make. But then now you're carrying that weight from a 4-year-old. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's funny because we don't know that we do that to other people. Like we're perpetrators when we say these things to kids.
You know,
right?
there's a saying in Zulu that says, "Umyenzi uyakhohlwa, umyenziwa akakhohlwa." Like the doer forgets, but the one that it's done to never forgets. Yes.
Until the tables are turned.
Until tables turn, bridges burn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shucks, man. So tell me, how do you make sure you're different with your kids in terms of what you tell them? Because you have children now. What you tell them? Do you select certain things? I know that they're not in the same situation as you, but how did that experience make you intentional in terms of the things that you tell them or how you're raising them?
Okay, I'm not trying to be a profound mom. I'm not trying to be my depth.
Yeah.
I'm just like doing the best that I can.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to raise my kids with love.
Yeah.
And to me, where they come from is like very important to me. Like, this is your family. This is your dad. This is your grandmother. I don't know. I'm always trying to just instill that. You have belonging. You belong somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then do they know God?
Yes,
Yeah.
my kids come from a very, like, their father's side, church, religious family. My grandmother also on my side. Unfortunately for me, when my kids came, I just lost my way with God. But thank goodness, they grew up like no Gogo. So Gogo is like making them read scriptures, making them pray, making them understand there's someone bigger than you, there's something greater than you. So that I appreciate.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, when I couldn't give that to them, there was someone giving that to them.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what made you lose your way with God? What was happening in your life at that time? Because you're saying when your kids came.
It's that thing of you go to church and you look to the pastor and not look to God. So when the pastor does something, you're like, there's no God.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I know there's definitely not God here.
Yeah.
Then you think God doesn't exist because a pastor. That's why you make your pastor your God, and then now you forget there is actually God and your pastor is only but human.
Yeah.
So I stopped going to church after something happened at our church and it involved the pastor and there was controversy. I was like, hey, there's no God. I'm out of here. Because I believed in my pastor, guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Your pastor was a man?
My pastor was a man.
But do you see how, like, maybe because your relationship of
With
abandonment,
men.
Exactly, abandonment issues, and then you held him on
To
a
a very high
pedestal.
stand, yeah.
Exactly, because you're
Yes.
looking for somebody like him.
Yes.
But then he
actually.
disappointed you because he's just a
Yo.
human being as well.
And the fact that he got me my first Bible,
Yeah.
It's like, dude, out of my life. Take you and your God out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who is the hardest person to forgive in your life and why?
The hardest person to forgive in my life? Me. Yes, me.
Why?
If I had boundaries, if I had more self-respect, a lot of things wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have had a lot of things happen, and I wouldn't have let a lot of things happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I played with me for the longest time. Like I played with me.
But-
I took me for granted for the longest time.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm glad you came home to yourself now. Now we're fine. Or are we still working through it?
Now we are. We are fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm glad you're saying that it was you and not other people, because if you can do something for yourself, if you can love yourself, you can forgive yourself, right?
Yes.
So it means that you love yourself and you're really intentional now,
Yes.
even with your kids.
Yes. Very.
What's the name of the street you grew up on?
Umnyango Street.
What was happening there? Take me through the street, your fond memories of the street.
Sana, I was those girls, like you guys, that we were having a transport.
Oh, really?
Bentley Blazer. Like,
okay.
my school was far, so I'd come back, like, when everyone was already there playing, but, oh, Willie, Bebang Bizumtana Semaraising,
Oh,
because I went,
okay.
it's called some Besepino, and so first one Pinoni is like, it distance.
Oh, really?
So, Mangbuya, like, everyone is like, come on, change fast to Buye. Like, being special, I don't know how. And then my mom did everything. Like, my mom was a superstar. She did everything she could, like, to fulfill my dreams. She saw I like dancing. She took it seriously, put me in dance school. So I was never like, in Islam, like, Bebang Wana, like, on occasion. So every time I was there, it was like, okay, Simz is here, let's have fun. Yes. So it was just joyous. Christmas, abo mami started say they'd make us line up and look at our outfits, give us some sweetie.
Yeah.
It was just a sense of community. When one mama sees you doing something wrong,
Yeah.
all the mamas know by 5 p.m. that child was a konin wins in.
Yeah.
So it was just like a sense of community. Yes.
Oh,
That was
man.
like the streets. Yes.
That's so beautiful. So do you think that's why you were drawn to entertainment? Because you always felt special, you always stood out.
I know it's because I was in the entertainment industry at a very young age.
Oh.
Yes, I started dancing, performing very young before they were like Facebook, Instagram, what. I was already working with
Before
celebrities
Facebook?
then. Facebook is like 2009, isn't it? 2008, 2009.
I don't know.
Facebook is yesterday. Facebook found me when I was like 15, turning 16.
All right, we've been around.
So from 12, I was...
I'm glad we still look this good, though. You know what I mean?
So I was already in the industry with celebrities, and I was just like, I have to wait for Shwashwi on Sunday. I saw this happening in real life. With that time when like Kuli Roberts was doing Shwashwi, one of the Sunday papers, you have to wait for drama on Sunday. And I'm like,
Sims.
I'm telling you.
You're exposing yourself. How old are you, girl?
I'm 33.
No,
It's just that I was
Roberts.
very young. I was just very young.
Khalo
Yes.
ga tsa dintho.
Kaylee, wait a
Khale
second.
o le
Kaylee
mo.
Dinthong.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. I
So
get
I
it
was
when
the
you say
girl on
that.
Monday. Class you guys, mina bengenza music video yaga Arthur Mafukat, and then I'm telling the girls at the class like everyone used to wait for me on Monday. Class nguthi, what happened weekend? They always knew that my weekends were lit.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Mm.
What's the legacy you want to leave behind?
Yo, shuku ma. Legacy.
Yeah.
Guys, abona nase nifuna ibu deep. Angazi like ngizoyibeka kanjani. But I worked hard, man. Like I worked hard. Yes, I believed in authenticity.
Yeah.
Like I believed in being like yourself.
You worked hard in what? That
Yo.
answer is there.
Yes, ikhona ne.
Just take a moment.
Angazi ukuthi ngizoyibeka kanjani. And that's one thing I always think about ukuthi yini legacy yami vele.
Uh-huh.
Like ngicela sibuye kuyo. Because
Okay.
it
Deep there.
Deeply.
What is the one thing, actually not the one thing, what is the one thought that constantly lingers in your mind? You know, we have these thoughts that constantly come. It doesn't have to be like too much on
yes,
one day,
to
but
me,
then
the one thought,
it's always there.
It's always, did I do enough? Is it enough? Am I doing enough? But enough is always in that thought, like, I've done 2 videos today. Are they enough?
Yeah.
Should I do another? Do I want another business? Is it enough?
Is it enough?
Is it enough?
Yeah. Is
Have
it
I
enough
done
for,
enough?
Yeah. Is it enough for who? For you? Or because you're taking care of kids?
Yes.
Is it enough? What? Oh, okay.
Like, is it enough? Guti, like, is last financially? Am I doing enough? Will I be able to sustain myself? Like, am I what I'm doing today going to help me in 10 years? That's my, like, it's never enough game. Like, what
And
am I
then-
putting in today? Is it going to be there in 5 years, 10 years?
And do you have strategies?
I do.
Yeah.
When I feel like after you lose, like, you just learn, don't put your eggs in one basket. Try this, try that, do this, do that. Ekaleni, I was always worried with, if I start selling a product, bazotini, I was always worried with bazotini. But those bazotinis, when there was no bread, no one was saying anything, no one is there.
No one is
you
there.
know?
Yeah.
So man, it's just like,
Yeah.
try everything, do whatever you can. If it's
Yeah.
there in your mind, do it.
Do it. Man.
Yes.
And like the space that you're in, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a high pressure job.
Mm.
And like you're saying, you don't know if something's enough. You don't know if it'll still be here in the next 10 years, right? How do you take care of your mental health? Because that comes with a lot of pressure.
Okay. I feel like where I am right now in terms of what I'm doing with my channel and with how I've placed myself here, I know that tomorrow if I can wake up and YouTube is gone, I've built a network, I've built clients, I've built some rapport, I've put myself out there enough to make something else happen for me, you know, because my channel got hacked and YouTube was like my only source of income. So for 4 months, I had no income and I was like, I cannot believe
How did it get
I'm
hacked?
just a YouTube. Elon Musk.
What do you mean?
Okay.
So your channel can just disappear.
Yes, you can wake up and your channel is gone for good.
What do you mean? Did you not have two-factor authenticity or whatever it's
Sana,
called?
let me tell you, know, I started YouTube like Dala, you know. my
You're
man-
making me worried. What do you
Please,
mean?
that's why sometimes it has to take someone for other people to learn.
Yeah?
Okay, so you always, I used my biggest mistake was using my email for work and YouTube. So obviously you get emails from people sending you proposals and whatnot. So last year I got an email, and that email it looked identical to an email that I had just gotten. And I worked with those people, so it was a very reputable company. So I was like, oh, okay, they want to work with me again. Click, click, click. And they were like, click on the contract. As I clicked on the contract, my
It's
laptop
gone.
went blue.
No way!
Then my laptop went blue, the screen went blank.
I've only seen that in movies.
It literally did that. My laptop went blue, my screen went blank. And I just switched off my laptop, not thinking anything of it.
Yeah.
I switched off my laptop, switched it on again. It came on after 15 minutes. That's all it took, 15 minutes. When I went to Gmail, my email was in Russian. It was in a Russian language. Something just said, run to your YouTube channel. I clicked in Simz Right. I had no access to my email. Next thing, my channel is written Tesla.
What?
Yes. It's written Tesla. Elon Musk is live. Using I'm like, this is my channel. It's
How is
all
this
in
possible?
Russian.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, luckily, thanks to my ex-husband, I always thank you. Luckily, I had registered Gucci for security, what. I also put my ex-husband's number on there. So that was the last step for them to fully take my channel. So then my ex-husband jumped in on time for me to retrieve my channel.
Yeah.
So I got my channel back and I did that two-factor key, whatever I did. So I got my channel back, but I did not get my AdSense back. So money gone. Everything
What do you
gone.
mean?
Yeah. Dabang 100,000
But aren't
subscribers gone.
But your AdSense in your account and your email, aren't they linked?
Linked, yes.
How
so
do you not get it back?
It took 48 hours. So in that 48 hours, guys, you can't compete Nabantu. This is what they do forever. So when I went into my AdSense account, they'd already changed the password, changed my bank details, they had changed
Sure.
everything.
Oh,
In
no.
48 hours. So I was too focused on getting my channel back. I also have to rush to AdSense.
AdSense.
Yes.
Where your mind is at, girl.
Yes. I focused on getting my channel back.
I'm so
Because they were
sorry.
already applying for, I didn't even know. If you go to my channel, it's that authentication with
Yeah.
Simz Right, that tech.
Yeah.
So they had already applied for it to make it Tesla. So then I jumped in. I was like, my identity, this is my channel.
So you mean Google can't help you with that? For your AdSense?
MDM sketch lost the channel like just now last month. It go 1.1 million subscribers. There's like 3 of us that this happened to. That's like it's
Darlings,
been
we all
100,000
need
subscribers. Someone is
apps.
crying for 1 million subscribers. So yeah, YouTube is hectic.
We all need apps.
Yeah. So
start an
please.
app then. Call it, I don't know.
Be
What
safe
do they
for
call
YouTube.
it?
Be safe.
Show net.
Something. So please be safe on YouTube, guys. Like you can literally lose it all. Like
Man,
that.
I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Yeah. So you learn the hard way. Separate your emails.
So now that, because you don't have your AdSense till this day.
I have it back, but if I get under investigation.
Oh.
To prove that I'm the genuine owner. What. So till today, that channel, like I'm sure it's like again soon. So I had to start a new channel.
Oh, Simz,
Monetize
you're breaking
that
my heart.
So life, you move.
Oh my God.
So that experience shook me. It really shook me.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then what were you doing? Because your YouTube is your source of income.
Yes.
What were you doing at that time?
For the first 1 month and a half, I lived on hopes and dreams and the kindness of my subscribers. Because, like, guys, I walk YouTube So I was like, no, I don't want to be the girl that's asking for donations online. So, luckily, I was still advertising. I'm a business easy, working with businesses. I did the SARMers at least. So there was at least some sort of income coming in. But I was like, no, girl. One day this can happen forever and YouTube is gone forever. Also, so then you see your brain kicks in.
Yeah, that's when you think of, what do I do? But I'm glad that you built, I don't know, a network of people.
Right.
That when you start something else, then they'll be there.
Because our new channel, it's like 3 months old. We're already on like 9,000 subscribers. We're going to 10,000. I'm just like, thank you.
Yeah.
At least.
Khwatlhakana.
Man.
Which is good. Okay, what is the hardest lesson you've ever had to learn in your life?
Abantu bazothini. I'm not taking you anywhere.
Ne?
I took Abantu bazothini too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I got married because Abantu bazothini. Ngahlala emshadweni ngibona ukuthi I don't want to be here, but ngisaba ukuthi abantu bazothini.
Yeah.
Lost money because of abantu bazothini.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was such a people pleaser. Like with everything in me, you know, I just like, if I never like followed my people pleasing ways, I would have done other things that made me happy earlier. Yes.
And for you, is it like your family or just people out there or both?
I grew up in a family that was very aesthetic. I didn't know good it was happening in my family. Like we cry inside, outside. Perfect.
Don't look like your
Be
problems.
That was my grandmother. Cry inside like a winner. She always used to like cry inside like a winner. Soon as you go outside, because le mama lo yena ukubhekile mntanami, ubani ukubhekile. So I'm always thinking I'm a camera angibhekile 24/7.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
In all your relationships, which relationship was hard to build? Not, it doesn't have to be romantic.
Okay.
Right?
All. Okay.
All your relationships. Which one was hard to build and why was it hard to build?
A relationship with my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, my mom and I grew up like sisters, you know? And now she didn't know how to discipline me. Nami, when she was disciplining me, I'm like, what are you doing?
You hate me.
You just brought me to this world. You're not my mom.
Yeah.
You know? So, and then my mom would like buy me sometimes. Like it would be a financial relationship. I'm only talking to you because I need something from you, you know? So that was the hardest. I only built my relationship with my mom like 21, 22.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how is it going now? Are you guys okay now?
We are great.
And when did it turn for you to actually realize, this is my mom, I need to try a little bit harder. I need to understand her a bit more.
My relationship with my mom turned when I became a mom myself.
Oh.
And also having a mother-in-law. My mother-in-law's relationship and I was really close still today, you know. So it always used to bug me, if I have something to say, I go to this one and not this one that brought me to earth. It
That
used
is
to stress
actually my
me.
mother.
Like I'd sit there and stress, like, why am I going to this woman that I just met through a boy? But the one that brought me here, like, nyamsaba.
Yeah.
Like I'd practice what I'm going to say to my mom, like, okay, Ngzoti, want to start, but she's my mom.
Yeah.
But I need to practice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it stressed me for the longest time until it came together.
But you guys talk now. Do you have like
A lot.
pajama parties?
She's my run too. Like
I love
she
that.
even calls me deputy parent. Because when she's like Simz,
Yeah.
Abandonment,
Yeah.
bra, like step in, you know? Yeah.
What is the one thing that you love about yourself?
I'm myself. I am myself.
I love that.
Like I am myself.
Yeah.
I'd be at the fanciest party, got my heels. I'll be the one to turn up. Like I am
Yeah.
myself.
I love that.
I don't conform. I am myself. Yes.
And what is the one thing that you don't like about yourself? You wish you could change it, but you just never change it.
I'm not confrontational.
Yeah.
You could hurt me and I'd have an opportunity to address that with you. I'd rather like cut ties than address anything. I'm scared of confrontation. Like, and I'm burning and I want to address you and I'm burning. Okay, so like I'm suffering. But no.
Why do you think you're like that though? What are you scared of?
I'm scared of ukuthi uzokwata. I'm funukwate. I'm scared of uzotini, like back to me, like
So you still a
the
bit of a
story.
people's
Yeah, in
pleaser
terms of confrontation,
still.
it's gonna be like, no, what if I'm an overthinker also? So I play the scenario out in so many ways. I already think about your answers. But okay, if I confront Koketsu, she's gonna say it like this. She's gonna overpower me.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna lose. In my mind, I've already lost this fight in every way.
Simz.
So I'd rather cut ties and
No.
not address anything. I promise you.
You
Till
don't wish
today,
you could?
I wish.
Yeah.
And my problem is when I burst, it now doesn't come out. Mwah.
Yeah.
So I've lost you either way.
Did you experience that when you were younger? Maybe somebody you cared about were confrontational and then they were never received well or whatever.
I grew up in a household where no one is ever wrong, especially adults. They never wrong. Like they
Yeah.
are never wrong. Like ngumamako respect, ngukokwako respect.
Yeah.
Ni right, but no matter wrong.
Yeah.
So even if you like hash it out, uyadelela.
Yeah.
So in my mind, ngiyadelela. Yes.
At 33.
Ngiyadelela.
No, Sim. So
I'm
I'm
telling you.
no. Ditaba tsa ka.
Same. But I'm like, you can tell me.
Yeah.
But now I'm not going to tell you.
Ah,
And it's like,
Njes.
I mean, I'd rather die inside. Shem.
Njes ditaba tsa ka, you
Zobana,
understand?
I'm not, it's never a call from me. It's done. So if you know, Khori, we no longer, something happened between us and that's what happened. I'm scared of confronting you. That's why we're no longer friends
Yo.
or
Yeah.
nothing. Yeah.
Aw. What does holistic wellness mean to you? What is it?
Holistic, ne? To me, it's like overall, yeah, but when you say I'm okay and you are truly, genuinely okay, like that peace that we claim to have, to me, that's like when you're holistically well. Like, yeah, you can have like, you can be with yourself. Ungafuni ukulayita TV, ungafuni any thoughts, nothing. You can just switch off and be okay. It's just like mellow.
Yeah.
To me, I feel like that's when you've reached that grand.
Yeah. Are you there now? Are you working towards that? Where are you?
Yeah, I'm not, Shem. I don't want to even. Today was like, I promise you, today was the first time. Because if I'm sitting by myself, I need to be on my phone. I need to do something. So I had moments of not being on my phone and being like, okay, this roof is pink. Oh,
Yeah.
Sims. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I really want to practice that more.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I open my eyes, where's my phone? Where's my this?
Sims,
I
why?
promise you.
What are you doing on your phone? Why is it your phone? What are
What's
you
going
doing
on?
Umgoes.
Who liked my picture?
Who liked your picture?
Who's doing this? Why? As soon as I open my eyes, where's my phone?
Not Bible Linyana. So when do you read the Word of God? When do you read the Word of God or a book? There's no that.
I'm
in your
such
life.
a reader. I'll do it when I can. It's a when I can thing. It's not a carve out time. I make time. I just don't want to sound like these.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a book. Let me start with one page. If it's interesting, oh, okay. And then I'll continue reading.
Yeah.
Yes. I'd rather go through TikTok all day than read.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot actively, like, say I'm a reader.
Yeah.
But if I heard something and it's not sitting well with me, to prove that point, I'll read the whole chapter. I'll go through everything.
Yeah.
Like for the longest time, that scripture, Isaiah 60 verse 22, everyone quotes the scripture. When the time is right, the Lord will make it happen.
Will make it happen.
And Jeremiah 29, that
for I know the plans.
For I know that I plans. And I don't know why it bothers me so much how people quote it, and they have every right to quote it how they quote it.
No, yeah. Let's go there actually.
I have no problems with how they quote it, but to me it just like, guys,
it's out of context.
I wish we knew the story behind I know the plans I have for you. Ngoba zisazokhala. You know, when they were in Jerusalem, uNkulunkulu bekabakhuza. Like, stop doing this.
Yeah.
Stop doing this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then when Nebuchadnezzar took them to Babylon and then they were in captivity, now they are crying.
Yeah.
And the Lord is like, for I know the plans I have for you. Not good, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
It's still going to get worse. But in this time,
you're still going into captivity for 70 years.
Yeah, you're still going to.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like,
yeah.
The Bible, I'm a reader.
Yeah.
Like,
I understand that.
Yes,
and I like that. And I want us to go there.
Yes.
Right? Because we put scripture out of context, right? Why is it important to you that it's not taken out of context?
So we don't misquote, so we don't mislead. So Bible guys, I feel like a lot of us we just go through it. We don't read it, we go through it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I just wish context sometimes is very important.
It's very important.
I can say a paragraph of something and someone will take a sentence out of that paragraph and next thing I'm something that I'm not. Like, Simz said that, for I know the plan she has for me, but now I'm suffering. But she said, and I'm like, no, I meant for you still going to suffer. But pray in the suffering.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna come next week.
And sometimes we do something wrong and then we forget that we did something wrong.
Yes.
We don't want to accept the punishment. And there was punishment that came after.
Because of what was going on in Jerusalem.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's
and they're like,
very
I'm
true.
suffering. But
Yeah.
you've been getting warnings. Like, they've been saying, stop.
Yeah. And you're not stopping.
And you're not stopping.
Yeah.
Now you're in Babylon. Now we must cry. No, don't cry. You must suffer to learn. Yeah, like sometimes you must go through the pain to learn. So now someone's like, he said he knows the plan. No, it's not
like
for
we
me.
don't want to go through certain things. We don't want to go through the troubles. We always want to be happy and quote these scriptures, and you don't understand where they're really
like
taken
in
from.
Isaiah, Jeremiah, because Jeremiah, even Eliminations, because Eliminations was written Angiti Asejele Jeremiah in pain.
Yeah.
So when we quote these, do we know what we're quoting?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to be like too much of a Bible hand. Like,
No, but you are. You're a Bible hand. We
I
love
really
Bible
am.
hands.
I really am. Like, guys, I really, like, and fun fact,
Yeah.
I went, I had Bible studies in 2010. I went to UJ and I studied humanities, right? And we literally had a module that our textbook was the Bible.
Really?
We studied the Bible for context.
At UJ?
At UJ, yes. In
Interesting.
2010, I did humanities, yes.
Yeah.
So the Bible, that's where my love for like reading the Bible came from. Yeah, because a lot of things I was reading for like, hey, context. Now I understood the context, like Greek, Hebrews, books missing. Like I really like. That's why Bible ngifunda njenge textbook mean, because I feel like someone's going to ask me on it. So I need to be prepared. As I answer this question, I understand. I'm like nah. So I don't read for motivation. I read for understanding.
Yeah.
Yes.
And after understanding, you find motivation
Yes.
thereafter.
Yes.
You're the same as me because I want to understand where it
I
comes
want-
from. I'm not, guys. I get category like there's this
No.
verse that says God loves me.
Yes.
I want to know where it comes from.
Ufuna
What had
nami.
happened? You know, before
I don't
that
read a verse.
place, right?
Yes, I don't
tell
read
you
a
this,
verse.
right?
I go through the chapter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I need to know the book of Paul was written, what was happening,
Yeah.
where was Paul, what
Yeah.
was going on through his mind. I read the Bible like that.
In that way.
So to me, I will always say the Bible will always be the longest book that I'll ever read because per chapter, and then after chapter ngizokugula my context I will Google Jerusalem with kahle.
Yeah.
What was happening? Why was this happening?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
namanje, I can tell you, khona manje khani ngikule nations.
Yeah.
I've been ngisuka good Genesis, right?
Yeah.
Kind of eliminations because I'm reading.
And that's good. That's really good because nobody can convince you otherwise. You know exactly what you read.
So
And you know what the Holy Spirit said to you when you were reading, or revelation.
Yes.
You know what
Yes.
what you're reading, what you were reading. What silences you before you speak? Just answer this question the way you understand it. What silences you in any context before you even speak?
overthinking.
Yeah.
Predict oh, bazothi. Hey, so keep quiet.
Yeah.
Yes.
But don't you find that it stands in the way of you being great? Because you are an entertainer, right? You influence as well. You do campaigns as well.
I just brands say I'm a maverick content creator.
What do you mean? What
I
does
work
that
with brands now, and then like I feel like where I am, I choose who I want to work with.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So influencing.
You don't like her. That's not your thing.
Because you come to me with a campaign today, and then tomorrow your company does something, I'm definitely gonna talk about you. So you see, Khuri, I can understand why brands always like it seems. But yeah, because imagine no bag will like silence me if you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
I
So
love
some
that.
want to learn the hard way. Some are like, let's take a chance on you, man. Yeah.
And of course, you already said you feel like that's your purpose. Yeah. And where else do you see yourself or your purpose, your company? I'm going to call it company in this context.
Thank you.
Where do you see it in the future? What are you working towards? Yeah. What other productions would you like to do? How would you like to grow in the space?
A bunch of... Okay, I feel like that's when I'm already living my purpose, because behind the scenes, I help content creators monetize their platforms. So I help people come on YouTube, help them with their content on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then I get to also be a therapist, because people are like, but I'm not this aesthetic girl. I'm
I
not
love it.
this. And I'm like, come as you are. I literally do come as you are. Like,
Yeah.
because guys, I don't want to see the same gray wall across the whole thing. Be gray, be pink, be blue, be you. So I'm always like talking people out of their own thoughts. Good, see, no, I'll come to YouTube when my camera is like megapixel bunny. When I'm in 4K, I'm like, come now.
Yeah.
So I'm already like feel like I'm living my purpose, and I want my company to grow. People that don't have space, create a studio for Bona. So that's my goal, to just help content creators live their authentic selves.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
that's
we can't
beautiful.
replicate the same person. We're not a factory. Be you.
If you were to give somebody just one tip, right? One tip. Maybe that person is in a funk, maybe, or they don't know how to grow as a creative. Just one tip. I'm not saying, tell us your whole module.
Yeah,
no,
no.
just one tip.
Just start.
Yeah.
Just start
Yeah.
with whatever you have. As long as we can hear you, we can see you, just start.
Yeah.
My
I hear
most
you.
viewed
I'd
videos, my most viewed video, bengihlale back room, a red. My kids, that video, till today, like celebrities will come to me like, that video, where I was like, "Aye guys, I'm such like," because for the long, I lost my apartment.
Yeah.
And then I was scared to film because I was now a back room. One day I just like, "Aye guys, I'm a back room, Joe. If you hear kids in the background screaming, in back room, my upstairs and my downstairs is in one place."
Yeah.
That video went like, "Oh, Simz Nami. Hey. So you never know who you're touching. Just start."
And then I love what you're saying, because you're saying, I am the target audience. Because most of the time when we are taught, especially varsity, when you're taught an audience, you're creating an audience out of somebody else, especially as a creator.
Yes.
And I think it goes to every creative sphere that like your audience is really yourself.
Yes.
Right? There's somebody who's where you are.
Yes.
And you running away from yourself, really, you're not helping anybody. Unlike just going to try and create this person, and you can create this person.
Create a person. You
due
can
to your
create an
experience.
aesthetic.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then it takes longer.
And then who's going to be you in the meantime while you're being someone else?
I love that so much. That's really great advice. What do you complain about a lot?
Discipline.
Yeah.
Discipline.
So what?
I lack discipline. Mina. Like, I'll create this whole board. I'm going to do this. 2 days. So I complain about discipline and consistency. I'm only consistent in one area of my life, my job, my channel.
Really?
Every other aspect of my life is falling apart consistently, Kali. I'm not
Are you
consistent in
consistent in
anything.
your relationship? I think you're being hard on yourself. There's your relationship. You're a mother. And you're not consistent in those?
Oh, I am, but in my, but I just feel like it's a routine. So your routine, you are forced to be consistent because it's something you've carved out time.
Yeah.
But for me, in my personal things, I'm not.
You're not.
I'm not disciplined.
Do you have friends?
I do.
Do you make time for them?
No. I fit them in when I can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think is going to get you better? Because it's something you struggle with. And I want you to remember this conversation.
Yeah, Nane, what's going to make me better?
Yeah.
Guys, Nan Kuluman Guma comment, you can help me out on this one, honestly. Come, let's help each other.
Yeah.
People like me. Yes, because what's going to... routine.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's over.
I mean, you already have a routine with your kids.
Yeah.
That's something that you must do, right? If it's something that you know you must do.
Okay, I must make time.
Exactly. And you must fit in a walk in the morning. I'm not saying you should walk. I'm just saying.
I love that because I do now because I've made it fit.
Yeah.
Yes.
You make it fit.
Okay,
because
so
it's a must.
Make it, yeah.
Yeah. How's your relationship with your siblings like? How many do you have?
I have 4 other siblings. There's 5 of us. I'm the firstborn.
Yeah.
I'm closest to my sister because we're close in age. Yeah, she's 31. Yeah.
How's your relationship like?
With my sister, we're sisters. With my other sister, I'm like a disciplinarian. I'm a junior because I'm a deputy parent. So we're not as close.
Yeah.
And with my brother, it's worse because he's the same age as my son. My mom and I were pregnant at the same time.
Ooh.
So I'm almost like second mommy to my brother because he's the same age as my son. Yes.
Yeah. How old is your son?
My son is turning 16.
Oh, what is he?
Yes, Sana.
You must be so proud.
Glenna's license this year.
Really?
Yes.
Are you excited? He's going to varsity next year?
I am excited. I'm scared.
Why? Because he's growing up?
He is. I'm like he's growing up. Like he's turning the age that I had him next year. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just a bit
Ah, man.
apprehensive.
You've been doing it. You'll be okay.
Yeah.
Can you play a game?
Yes.
So the name of the game is called story juggling. And how it works is you start a story, any kind of story. You can make it up, right?
Okay.
And then I throw random words at you. And then
Okay.
you have to take those words into your story.
Okay.
It doesn't have to make sense, but it
Yeah,
can
okay.
make sense.
I
Yeah.
context Nyana.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Are you excited?
Mm-hmm.
I know you're going to kill it.
Mm-mm.
When you're ready. Just say it.
Okay.
When you're ready.
I used to dance. And we used to travel a lot. So there was this one day we were on a road trip with a very famous group.
Snake.
One of them turned out to be a snake because they had a fight at the garage over amapai. So everyone had a budget.
Baby diaper.
And then their manager just had a baby a few months ago. So she was constantly talking to us about diapers. And I was just like, I'm not interested in this because I'm interested in the group that was in the car. Yes. So as we got to our destination, after 8 long hours on the road, because we got lost so many times, we finally settled in and we were rehearsing, right?
Wedding ring.
At the time,
Yeah.
when we got to the rehearsals, right, there was this lady. She kept distracting me because she had this fancy wedding ring. And as it was blinging in my eyes, I couldn't keep up with the routine because I was dancing and dancing.
Lipstick.
And she never let me put lipstick on. Our choreographer.
Yeah.
She said I was still too young to have lipstick on. So she always made me wear e-cloths. And the other older dancers always had lipstick.
Donkey.
I do not like donkeys because that was my first encounters with donkeys, Elimbopo. We on the road and donkeys are crossing the road. Why are you taking 5 hours to cross the road, bro? Move.
Monitoring spirit.
Always. I've always had those because I feel like I've always been popular. So everyone always wanted to be in my business like that. So there's someone always hovering over my life and I'm just So I've always had Facebook before Instagram. There's always been someone just monitoring my life.
Fart.
Yes. That's what I don't do. I don't like to fart in front of people, close to people. So I always need to walk away. And sometimes it be disturbing. I'm a routine with, yes.
Book.
Don't like books, especially reading in front of people.
Puke.
I'm such a puker. It's not even funny. I do anything. And now that secondary, when someone pukes, I puke.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nail polish.
Don't like it. Don't use it. Gel or acrylic.
Eyebrow pencil.
Don't use eyebrow pencil either. Because makeup, as you can see, once I put on like red lips, because they never wanted me to have lipstick. So lipstick is like my one thing when it comes to makeup. Sheep. I like lamb. I like lamb. Sorry, sheepies. I'm just a lamb lover.
Okay, thank you so much, Simz.
Yes.
Thank you for honoring our invite.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being such a great sport.
Thank you.
I'm wishing you all the best with your sheep and your lambs and everything in between.
Guys, so I finished all the words. Thank goodness. I was like, oh, okay.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please do tell us what you think of the episode. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share. Finger evangelism. Evangelize, share the gospel. And to our wonderful guest, Simz Right. Thank you for coming. Until next time.